Hey guys, Matt Lane here. This video is about why Star Wars sucked. Okay, I've got to say, I've been wanting to make this video for the longest time, honestly. Like, I'd seen Star Wars opening day, like 10 a.m. in the morning opening day kind of idea. It was one of like the first couple thousand people who've seen it. So anyway, I saw it, watched it. You know, it was a great movie. I left the theater all like excited and pumped up, like, oh, it was so good and blah blah. And then on Christmas, I don't know, a couple of my uncles wanted to go see it, so I'm like, yeah, I want to go see it too. It was such a good movie. I want to go see it again. And I'm just gonna say ahead of time, the IMAX 3D is pretty much pointless. The 3D was not necessary. They didn't have anything 3D effect at all. So like, I don't even know why they do it half the time for some of these movies that don't have 3D effects. But anyway, so getting into it, I wanted to start off with the simple fact of it was pretty much just like episode 4. Like they have to go find this kid on this desert planet, and he has these abilities he doesn't realize, and then he ends up going to fight the dark side, and I don't know. I just thought it was really, really similar to episode 4 in that sense. The Death Star. So, like, obviously, I guess the Death Star wasn't big enough for everyone. If you haven't seen this movie, you shouldn't be watching this, and you should have seen this by now. So, the Death Star. They built this new Death Star in this Star Wars, and it was basically like it was a planet. They took a whole planet instead of a moon. Oh my God, this moon-sized base isn't big enough. Let's build a planet. And so like obviously they didn't build a planet, but they took a planet and they like built this structure through the entire inside of the middle of it, and it had this giant gun thing that would destroy other planets. First of all, the Death Star was able to destroy planets. Second of all, the Death Star was able to destroy planets. Why do you need to go ahead and build a planet-sized, planet-destroying weapon? Okay, granted, it was able to destroy several planets at once, but also, they powered it by absorbing a star and just like buffering this star inside the planet. I'm no physicist or anything, but I know a thing or two about science, and stars give off a lot of power. If you're gonna absorb a star and basically only use it for what, like destroying 3, 4, 5 planets, like that's a little bit overkill, I gotta say. Not to mention the sheer impossibility to build a planet, like to build a machine gun out of a planet. Like, what happened to all the tectonics? What happened to all of just the core of the planet in general? Like, how do you contain, like, either way, that's aside the point. I'm going on a rant. Okay, so then when they did destroy the planets, they had the Nazi guy, you know, on the planet, cheering on all of the people and shit, saying that it's going to be the last day of the Republic. And that kind of threw me off, because I could have swore the Republic was gone, like, when Anakin Skywalker and what the hell was his name? Chancellor Palpatine, who was also a Sith guy in disguise. Either way, so he took over the Senate, and everyone was like applauding, and even Senator Amidala was like, oh, well, I guess this is how like liberty dies and stuff, with thunderous applause. And so, to me, I thought the Republic was destroyed. I thought it was gone at that point. And then they had just the rebellion. So there was the Republic that turned into the Empire, and then they had the rebellion. And so then the rebellion was the Leia and the Luke Skywalker trying to destroy the freaking Death Star. So they did that. They destroyed the Death Star, and like they built this thing twice. Okay, guys? Like, they built this Death Star twice. They destroyed it twice. You would think, like, where do they come up with the money for all this? First of all. And then second of all, get back to my point of the planet that they built afterwards. Okay, so they had 2 Death Stars destroyed. Like, okay, this isn't gonna work a third time. Let's build a planet. Maybe that's what happened. My next thing is, who is this Supreme Leader Snoke? Like, the guy is ancient as fuck. So he's been around for the entire lifetime of at least since Luke was born. So since the 4th episode, he should have been around since the founding of the Empire and everything, the fall of the Republic, because the Republic fell long time ago. Okay, so first of all, why was his throne room thing 70 feet tall? He had this ridiculously sized throne room, and he only had 2 people talk. 2 people. You don't build a room that big to just have 2 people come and talk to you because you're some secret super overlord leader Snoke or whatever. And then you find out, oh, okay, he's a hologram. It's a hologram. That's why he's that big. But again, why the fuck is he that big? It doesn't make any sense to me. It's just trying to make something look so overbearing and just large and intimidating, and it was just not necessary. And then there was a gash in his head. Did anybody notice the gash? Look at the, I don't know, I'm gonna put up a picture of this gash in his head. It was like someone slammed an axe in his forehead. How? Okay, why was it there? Why is it still there? Why didn't anyone fix this? How did he survive this? Why is he not dead? Again, who the fuck is he? Who the fuck is this Snoke? They think that Snoke could be Darth Plagueis. Plagueis. I can't say his name. Plagueis. Either way, when Chancellor Palpatine and Anakin Skywalker were talking about this other Darth Lord that was able to stave off death using his powers on the dark side and stuff. So some people think that it was him. He just kind of didn't die instead of what people thought he died, and then he just disappeared for a while, and then so that was him. I don't even know about that. My next thing is Finn. Finn, everyone knows Finn, Steve Black guy. Okay, so he was taken from his family as a very, very young child and was raised, indoctrinated by the Empire in a certain way with certain beliefs and certain morals and ethics. So he goes out in the field on his first battle, everyone's killing everyone, and he has this inner conflict all of a sudden as to right and wrong. And oh no, he shouldn't be doing this, people are dying around him. I don't even know. Either way, my point is, you're not going to start having this mid-battle crisis as to what are you doing, whether you should run away or not. That just didn't make sense to me either. It's just another thing that bugged me in general. My next thing is, why is R2d2 depressed? Okay, so when you finally see R2d2 in the movie, he's kind of sitting in this storage area all on low power. It says C-3PO that he's on low power ever since Luke left. Okay, so first of all, why is he on low power? I think it was because he was trying to focus on searching his database for something to point to where Luke went, but how big is his memory? Honestly, does it take years, literally years, to search your memory to find something? So R2D2 is literally just kind of in a corner, comatose, on low power, and then just magically wakes up. Oh look, R2D2 is awake with the map to Luke Skywalker that he's had all along. Okay, so they have this piece. The movie starts off with this piece of evidence of where Luke Skywalker is. So, okay, I'm going to talk about this first. So, Han Solo. Han Solo is this merchant, and he's a bad merchant going all around the galaxy, dealing with every who knows what. Okay, so you should know your freaking galaxy if you're kind of getting around like this. He looks at the map. He didn't recognize any of these star systems. Why don't you recognize any of these star systems if they're in your galaxy? I can understand if it's in another galaxy, but it was in their galaxy. Don't you have star charts anywhere in your computer? Oh, hey, look, this is that star. That's that star. That's that star. Based on this, it's there. So I didn't understand why they couldn't just simply take that piece of the puzzle and overlap it with any regular star chart. Moving on, they find the rest of the map in R2D2's database, and it's literally the entire galaxy except for that piece that they found. You literally had the entire map to Luke Skywalker except for that piece. It just didn't make sense. Okay, so the Empire had apparently that whole half of the map as well, because Kylo Ren talks about how they found all that information, that half of the map, or rather 9/10 of the map. They found it in the Empire's archives. Okay, so if Luke Skywalker ran off to go hide, why did R2D2 have a map to begin with pointing to him, and why didn't he know that it was even there? Why, if Luke Skywalker ran away and disappeared, does the Empire somehow have records of where he went? Except for that piece that BB-8 had. Does not make sense. Okay, so next thing is Ben. So Ben, or Kylo Ren, was the child of Han Solo and Princess Leia. Yeah. He was training with Luke as a child, I guess. Luke had this little school, and then all we know is Ben turned to the dark side and killed everyone, or destroyed everyone, or everything, or whatever. Sounds a little familiar to Anakin Skywalker turning the dark side and then destroying all of the Jedi in the Jedi Temple and all across the galaxy. That's aside the point. Why did Ben, Kylo Ren, turn to the dark side? 2, like, what the fuck happened there? 3, why did this make Luke go all crazy and decide to just kind of disappear? It's like, why did Luke just, like, what did he do for fucking 20 years? He just disappears off to some random planet and he's just gonna be some, like, recluse, exile Jedi, give up on the entire Jedi way of life because Ben went crazy and killed everyone. Like, I can kind of understand it'd be a traumatic event, but like, okay, like, why did Ben do that? Again, that doesn't make any sense to me either. Okay, so then the next one is, everyone was really excited about this new female villain, Captain Phasma, a girl with the steel Stormtrooper outfit. They hyped her character up so much, and they were just like, oh, you know, this female villain and stuff, she's gonna be great, And then she literally had like 4 lines, 2 of which were her caving and just, you know, turning off the shields. Okay, so you're not gonna get away with this, she says. But seriously, like, don't you have some kind of brainwashing where you just kind of sacrifice your life rather than shut the shields off? It'll mean destruction on everything likely, but I'll do what you're... Either way, she was a high-ranking commander too. She would have some discipline to not just kind of turn off the shield. She was such a disappointment. She was so underplayed. Not very many people were happy about that. The whole movie, honestly, to me, felt like they made it for nostalgic sake. Like, so many people love Star Wars, and so let's make a movie and let's have all these characters show up from the original movies so that everyone can have that exciting nostalgic moment of like, oh my god, it's Han Solo, oh my god, it's R2D2, oh my god, it's Princess Leia, oh my god, it's the Millennium Falcon. Like, that was actually a really good scene. I really liked the scene where they introduced the Millennium Falcon. That was pretty funny. I know I'm not really saying much about what was good about this movie, but this is the movie about why Star Wars sucked. So, okay, the Stormtrooper helmets. Finn at one point says that their masks that they wear, they apparently filter out smoke, but not toxins. Like, what is smoke? But a cloud of toxins. Like, they've been wearing these suits for how long? At least 2 or 3 generations now. Like, I don't even know how long it's been since the Clone Wars, and they're basically wearing the same outfits, and they haven't improved at all. Do I have anything else to say about this? Probably, but I think that's enough. I finished what was on my paper at least, so I think that's enough. I need to just either way, the movie, it was just not very well laid out. There were so many holes in the plot. The whole movie is convenient as fuck. Like, they're looking for Rey. I don't even, was it like the entire planet? They had the entire planet they could search across to find Rey. And then they just run into her. Oh look, there she is over there, climbing on that vent. Yeah. And then the next scene they cut to was just, oh look, they ran into each other. Look, there's Rey. Look, there's everybody. It's a great reunion. Blah 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 blah. But like those bases are crawling with fucking stormtroopers everywhere. Like everywhere. How is it that they didn't run into anybody on the way to get to Rey? Overall, the movie had holes. It was flawed. It had just wasn't consistent. It was so convenient. Everything was just like lined up, like, oh look, make everything perfect. Oh, that makes me think of another thing. Rey. How did Rey all of a sudden just like learn the Force? Like, she has really powerful abilities of the Force within her, sure. But like Kylo Ren actually had training from an apparent actual Darth Lord. With Kylo Ren's training and Rey's lack of any knowledge of the Force in general, how does she just kind of like psychically bring about the ability to do it. She just kind of like intuitionally picks up on it because she was just that good. And it's like, why didn't her intuitional force come about when she was younger in any way? Like, I don't even know. Like, was it because she didn't believe it was real until then? Like, either way, I'm done ranting. If you liked it, good. I'm happy for you. I wished I could have liked it more. I liked it the first time. I'm done. So leave your comments below about if you agree, if you don't agree, if there were more points in the movie that were flawed. Anyway, I'll catch you next time. Subscribe to my channel. Make a comment below. All the other jazz. Check out some of my other videos. Okay. Ciao. Bye.